Good morning, lunatics. We are here for a special edition of Morning Java, brought to you as always by our good friends at the Get Go Cafe and Market. And I'm here, first timer, Alex Stumpf. And listen, we got to initiate you right on the Get Go.
All right.
Listen, mozzarella stick with ranch, the one true way to enjoy it, my friend.
Not the marinara sauce.
No, sir.
All right.
Never marinara.
No, I'm more a ranch guy in general. So
He did. Look,
I'm good. This is.
he likes it.
Yeah.
He likes it. We win. So, today, we're going to talk Pirates baseball because I don't know if you want to talk about Steelers. It's a little depressing right now. I don't know that the Pirates are any less depressing.
If not more, yeah,
Yeah.
probably more.
But Alex, you've been on the beat now for maybe a month and a half with us, something around that time at least.
Ish, yeah.
You've got your toes fully in the pool at this point. What are your impressions here coming down the stretch of this team?
For lack of a better phrase, they put in their 2 weeks. I mean, and I don't blame them. It's been a tough season in general. They had a lot dumped on them as a group last week.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing good teams. They're without two or their three best hitters. It's not a good spot to be in right now.
It's not at all. But here's the one thing that I keep coming back to. I think they deserve their record for sure. They're not a good baseball team. But I think they are better than the record indicates. There are times where you watch them and you'll see these glimpses and you'll be like, that's what this team could be. So I think moving forward, there is a sense of hope, and we're going to talk about that in the next segment. All right, Alex, like we just said, there is a bit of hope here with this Pirates team, and that largely centers around Brian Reynolds, Kevin Newman, Mitch Keller to a lesser degree. I'm still not totally sold or not sold on him. But when you think about the future in these young players, who gets you the most excited to watch moving forward?
You know what? I really have been impressed with what Mitch Keller has done, these first 10 starts, or at least how he's done over the last couple weeks, because he started off rocky. The breaking balls have looked a lot better. I talked about that with him in Milwaukee, how the slider has developed, how he's getting more consistent break with it. The ERA and the win-loss record are bad. Okay, there's no denying that. Basically, everything else looks pretty good. A good
Right.
FIP, good strikeout rates, not a lot of walks, keeping the ball in the ballpark. Good first signs. Obvious growing pains for the rookie, but I feel like he could really take another step forward in 2020.
For sure, and my pick would definitely be Kevin Newman if Brian Reynolds didn't exist, because
Yeah.
Brian Reynolds for some reason just put together this masterpiece of a rookie year here, and he has been so fun, not just to watch play, to talk to. This
Yeah.
guy's personality is one of my absolute favorites. A man of few words, and he really does not get excited about anything, and I'm not totally convinced that he's not trolling us. Like, I almost think that he knows what he's doing and he's playing it up to a degree, but that's something I got to work on and figure out the mystery of Brian Reynolds. But him moving forward, I mean, those two, Newman and Reynolds, have just been on fire all year.
You've got to know Brian to appreciate, the extremely deadpan humor.
For sure, yeah. You know what I just realized, Alex?
What's that?
We're leaning on a foot. So whose foot is this for the good people at home? Where are we standing?
Well, this is Bill Mazeroski's foot in rear end, just out of shot. So,
Beautiful background, though, for us here.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, standing here, we're talking all Pirates on this Java. So the main thing that I keep hearing is the team is bad. We know they're bad. There's no sense in just beating that dead horse. Should they totally blow it up? Should they trade Bell, trade Marte, get rid of everybody that could bring a return and build for the future?
there are two ways they could approach this offseason. And one is the blow it up way. And, if you do that, you could be competitive with Brian Reynolds and Kevin Newman and Mitch Keller and whatever players you get back in a couple years. Or, I might get a little flack for this, but I don't think this team is that far removed. I mean, they would need to get, legitimately 3 legitimate players
For
this
sure.
free agency.
For sure.
Not, Jung Ho Gung's coming back and we really hope that he's going to be good. No, we're talking like a Yasmani Grandal, a Will Smith type players. If they were willing to do that and bring their payroll close to that, a little more than that 2017 area, then yeah, I think they could compete. They cannot continue down this same path. Something needs to change. Pick a direction.
Exactly. And what excites me so much about that, from putting on my fan hat, this is such a likable team. When you get to know these guys and really know not just the young players, but the guys who are there, Trevor Williams, Steven Brault, Joe Musgrove, the entire pitching rotation is super likable. If they could get competitive I think this city would lose its mind once they really dove into this team and they were competitive and contending. So in my head, I'm in the blow it up camp. I love, watching what Josh Bell did this year was amazing. Starling Marte, low key, had one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah.
But they got to change. You can't just keep going 25 games under 500.
No, and if this was, just a 500 team that went 4-24 and then just gave up, whenever they were dealt that, card last week, then yeah, you can build up, but blowing it up is probably the more appealing version.